You know that feeling, right? You sit down to work, you're ready to be productive, and nothing. You just can't focus. Well, guess what? It's not a lack of discipline. It's that your mental RAM is completely full. So today, we're going to dive into why that happens and, more importantly, exactly how to fix it.
So, does this sound familiar? You've got that nagging, foggy feeling that there's a million things you need to do, but you can't quite grab on any of them? You try to focus on one thing, but your mind is it's constantly scanning in the background, right? Trying to remember what you're forgetting. And by the end of the day, you've gotten almost nothing done, but you are completely wiped out. That right there, that's the price you pay for the mental juggling act.
But here's the really good news. This isn't some personal failing. Most of us mistake this mental fog for just a focus problem. But the real culprit? Well, it was discovered by a psychologist in Australia, and he totally changed how we understand being overwhelmed. He gave it a name: cognitive load.
So let's get into the science of this, because this isn't just a feeling. It's a real, measurable state your brain gets into. And that analogy of a computer with way too many tabs open, it's almost literally what's happening inside your head.
This whole idea started way back in the late 1970s with a researcher named John Sweller. He noticed something really puzzling. Students who tried to hold every single step of a math problem in their head at once, they actually learned the least. But the students who were given a clear step-by-step guide, they learned so much faster. So in 1988, he published his findings and gave this whole thing a name: cognitive load.
So what is it exactly? Well, you can think of cognitive load as your brain's temporary sticky note. It's the total amount of mental effort you're using in your working memory at any given moment. The big problem? That sticky note is incredibly, incredibly small.
And here it is. This is the limit. Your working memory can only hold about 4 to 7 pieces of information at once. That's it. When you try to exceed that, your mental performance doesn't just dip a little bit, it crashes hard.
Now, to really understand why that crash happens, we need to look at these two major networks in your brain that are in a constant battle for your attention. Just think of these two networks like dancers who are supposed to trade the spotlight. You've got the default mode network. That's your internal dancer. It's active when you're planning or daydreaming or just reflecting. Then you have the task positive network. That's your external dancer, and it's engaged when you're focused on the task right in front of you. Normally, it's a perfect trade-off. When one steps forward, the other steps back. But when you have high cognitive load, that switch, it breaks. Both dancers try to grab the stage at the same time. Your default mode is over there trying to worry and plan while your task-positive network is trying to get work done. The result is what you could call a neural traffic jam, and it makes deep focus absolutely impossible.
This traffic jam creates two totally different mental states. The overburdened brain is just living in chaos. It's dominated by these things called sustained beta waves. That's the electrical pattern of overthinking. All the work is sloppy, it's delayed. But on the other hand, the unburdened mind operates with total clarity. On brain scans, you see this calm alpha-theta activity. This is the state where flow actually happens.
And this is the crucial point, right here. You literally cannot achieve a state of flow when your cognitive load is high. It is biologically impossible. This is why managing your cognitive load isn't just some nice little productivity trick. It is the absolute key to peak performance.
Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we lower our cognitive load whenever we want to? Well, it starts with a simple but super powerful protocol called the cognitive load dump. All right, here's how it works. Step 1 is the brain dump. I want you to grab a physical sheet of paper and a pen. And this is important because writing by hand actually engages your motor cortex and helps offload the information. Now, write down everything that's on your mind. Don't try to organize it, don't make it pretty, just dump it all out.
Okay, now step 2 is absolutely the most critical part. See, just writing stuff down isn't enough. For every single item on that list, you have to make one of 4 decisions. If it's quick, under 2 minutes, do it now, get it done. If not, schedule it. Put it on your calendar for a specific day and time. Could someone else do it? Delegate it. Write down who you're going to give it to. Or, and this one is so powerful, just delete it. Cross it right out. Making a decision about its fate is what gives your brain permission to finally let it go. And finally, step 3 is to release and reset. Fold that piece of paper up and physically put it away. This creates a psychological boundary. Then just take 3 deep breaths. And now, here's the most important part of all. You have to use this pristine, clear mental state immediately. Go directly to your most important task. Don't check your email, don't look at your phone. Use that focus now.
The dump is kind of like a deep clean for your mind. But you can't just do it once and expect to stay clear forever, right? What you need next is a system to keep your mental RAM low by default, so you always have the bandwidth for the things that truly matter.
And this system is built on 3 really simple rules. Rule number 1, never hold information in your working memory. Your brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. Rule 2, close open loops immediately. Unfinished tasks create this constant, low-level tension in your mind, so complete them, schedule them, or capture them somewhere else, but never just leave them floating around. And rule number 3, build systems that completely eliminate the need to remember.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole thing. Elite performers, we're talking concert pianists, Nobel laureates, you name it. They don't have superior brains. They have emptier ones. And not because they think less, but because they think more efficiently. They offload everything that isn't absolutely essential to the task at hand. Their uncluttered minds are just incredibly efficient.
So, what's the real secret to peak performance? Well, it's not what most of us have been led to believe. We've been taught that success is all about handling more, multitasking better, and just juggling a dozen things at once.
But the science proves the exact opposite is true. Peak performers are not the people who can successfully juggle the most things. They're the ones who have built systems that allow them to refuse to juggle at all. They focus their entire, unburdened mind on one important thing at a time.
So I'll leave you with a final question. What could you truly accomplish in your work, in your life, if you just refuse to juggle?